Hey everyone, this is Coach Marc Nolan, and welcome back to another episode of Don't Outkick Your Coverage in our NIL podcast series. And today, I've got an important announcement for every high school parent and every high school athlete who are listening to this podcast. Over the last 18 months, I've spoken with over 845 families across the United States, all sports, all levels, and almost every single one has said the same thing. Coach, we're more confused now than we were 2 years ago about recruiting and everything else related to college recruiting. And honestly, I'm not surprised because right now the internet is filled with people chasing headlines, sports talk podcasters jumping from one shiny story to the next, and pop-up recruiting experts putting together a Wix website with some recycled PDFs from 5 years ago and selling it for $197, all with their hats turned on backwards. But families don't need the hype. They don't need recycled information. They don't need shallow commentary. Families need clarity. And that's why I'm officially relaunching the Sports Parents University 4-year roadmap series. It's fully updated for the world of NIL, the transfer portal, roster management, and everything the NCAA has thrown at high school athletes these past 2 years. Remember, I did these podcasts about 2.5 years ago, all 4 years. And look how it's changed even more. So today's episode is quick, it's focused, and it's designed to give you a preview of exactly what we're walking you through over the next 4 weeks. Here's going to be the freshman year to the senior overview, so you know what's coming. So look, the freshman year, we call this the foundation year. You got to establish your academic habits. GPA starts now. You got to build your baseline of athletic metrics, speed, strength, and flexibility. You got to begin your injury prevention, mobility, stretching, and yes, even yoga basics. You got to have a light digital presence, early social media cleanup, nothing goofy on there. And then the communication basics, talking versus texting. You got to encourage the curiosity and not the pressure. Parents, you got to observe and don't overmanage in the freshman year. Sophomore year, the build your brand year. GPA matters, transcripts are forming your academic profile. You got to identify early college fit, major, a level of where you want to be at, geography maybe, you want to stay close to home, away from home. You got to begin building your highlight film the right way. You got to attend small local showcases. You got to skip the hype camps. Learn how to email coaches and make first impressions on phone calls. Parents, you got to help them organize, track progress, and start your budgeting. You got to get early NIL awareness. You got to get some stuff out there to clean up your names and stuff like that if you're doing anything crazy. Little personal brand identity, light social presence, and maybe even an optional QR code. Then we get into the upperclassmen, the junior year. The business gets real year, we call it. Most important academic year, core course verification, ACT, SAT strategy, or at least an optional clarity, Khan Academy and those things. Build a communication calendar for reaching out to coaches. Campus visits, what to say, what to avoid, how to understand the transfer portal's impact on your recruiting and when. You got to use your ranking camps wisely, not emotionally. Parents, don't chase logos, chase the fit. The first real NIL opportunities begin with these athletes right around the junior year. Although they're small, they can be impactful. The senior year, the decision plus deployment year, we call it. Evaluate offers, scholarship, PWO, roster spots, aid packages. Understand roster management in the post-house versus NCAA era. The portal reality, coaches are recruiting college players first. High school players last, the majority of the time. Know the depth chart you're going into and the position you have. You got to master your communication. Close the loop with college coaches. Again, talking through them, having that relationship. Final visits, watch for red flags. NIL readiness heading into college. Yep, you got to have that brand identity. You got to have social media polish. You got to have local business connections to help you out. And parents, you got to prepare your athlete for the emotional and social transition. That's what's coming down. It's going to be a short 4 years. I can tell you, I haven't been there myself and with our kids. So that's your overview. That's the roadmap. And starting this week, we're going to dive into each year, one episode at a time, and walk you through exactly what you and your athlete needs to do. From the freshman year all the way through to your senior year. And this series is for parents who want clarity. This series is for the athletes who want structure. And this series is for the families who are tired of guessing and ready to get ahead. Then starting in January, I'll be doing some live streaming event with some youth, high school, and private coaches from across the U.S. and in all the major sports, where we will be outlining many of the new things they are seeing in their sports, from recruiting to college coaches issues and the NCAA and its impact on those high school sports issues they see daily. This series will be called Bleacher Hours, and we'll be taking live calls from folks in those sports, since many of them, like I do, are daily on top of those issues. And yes, all of this connects to the launch of our new NIL North Star school community coming in January. It's a private space where you can ask real questions, get real answers, and avoid the noise of recycled takes and hype-driven commentary. I see it myself on social media and it drives me crazy. So today was just your preview. Next episode, we're going to dive into freshman year, the foundation year. So look, you're not behind. You're not lost. You're not alone. This is what I tell all those parents I've been talking to. Clarity is coming. So let's get to work. And if you don't mind, please do me a favor. Subscribe to this on all your social media platforms. And if you want to, please take a look at it and subscribe to it on our YouTube channel. So listen, everyone, thank you very much for joining us here. Have an awesome day, and we'll talk to you on the backside. Take care. Goodbye.